Hello everyone and welcome to some MiSTer FPGA news. In this episode, we will be talking about SuperStation 1 direct disk loading, updates on the MiSTer MultiSystem 2 cartridge support, several new arcade game releases, and more. Also, check out my channel sponsor MiSTer Add-ons, a place where you can get all your MiSTer needs, things like full MiSTer setups, accessories, I/O boards, and more. Now let's get to the news. Taki Udon posted an update on the SuperStation 1 that talks about the system loading PlayStation games directly from disk, instead of dumping the game first and then running the game. I feel this is a very important feature to have in a commercial project. To me, it makes the optional SuperDock a must-have add-on. However, it is still recommended to have the games locally stored on the MiSTer FPGA for performance reasons, but having the option to do both will be the best of both worlds. If you have a game disk that is not stored locally on your MiSTer FPGA, the SuperStation 1 can dump the game to the SD card for execution. This process took around 4 to 5 minutes in some cases that Taki observed, but it can vary depending on the size of the disk. Taki also mentioned that it will be much faster to dump from a PC with some software. Later, a video showing off how the SuperStation 1 will look like in your hands was posted. I believe most of the images posted before were either of renders or professional product photos. Products can look significantly different once you get them in your hands, and this video shows that the SuperStation 1 will look great once it reaches your hands. Taki later posted about another physical connection added to the SuperStation 1, which is a dedicated SVideo connection. You can still use the already included DIN10 connector to get SVideo output with a specific cable, but with a dedicated SVideo connector, you can just use any standard SVideo cable you may have lying around. To make room for the SVideo port, the dedicated Toslink port has been swapped for a Toslink Mini. Additionally, we got some more great news. Sega CD physical disk support was also added. A video was posted showing a Sega CD game being loaded. Taki said he'll try to tackle Sega Saturn discs next. It would be amazing if you could get working any CD-ROM system supported by the MiSTer FPGA. Another later post showed off that preliminary Sega CD support, and soon after we saw preliminary PC Engine CD support. So this is looking great for owners of a large library of CD-ROM games. The SuperStation 1 is a PlayStation-themed MiSTer FPGA compatible console. It will be able to use PlayStation discs with an optional dock. Pre-orders for it are all sold out, and it is set to ship in Q3 of this year for the Founders Edition and Q4 for other editions. If you have your MiSTer FPGA connected to a CRT over Composite or SVideo, and some cores are outputting in black and white, know that there is a way to fix many of these. A post on the MiSTer FPGA forum reminded me of how to resolve this so you can get the proper color output. You basically have to just enable the YC cores option in the update all script. What this does is download extra cores to your MiSTer that allow you to enable SVideo and Composite support. The Retro Collective posted a great video updating us on the MiSTer MultiSystem 2. On the video, we see the final production board for the MultiSystem 2, their solution to removing the snack USB port, how they are going to meet demand, case production, and much more. You can still pre-order a MiSTer MultiSystem 2 at multisystem.uk. Additionally, they also spoke about some possible accessories like an Amiga floppy disk adapter, controller docks, and also real cartridge support. This is not dumping a cartridge and then playing the ROM file that's dumped. It's running the card just like the original console would. On the video, you can even see the Game Boy Advance camera working through the cartridge interface. So far, they only showed a Game Boy Color interface and is only in the prototype stages. They also mentioned possible adapters for other consoles like the Atari 2600, Game Boy Advance, Lynx, and Neo Geo Pocket. The type of consoles that they can support depends on the pins of the multisystem. Check out the video to get more details on everything. I am Teddy NL on the MiSTer FPGA forums forked the Super NES core to better support SA1 ROM hacks. This isn't making the core more accurate. In fact, it is introducing inaccuracies to the cores to make these ROM hacks work. This is because the specific ROM hacks that this fork targets were designed on emulators or the FX pack, and these hacks do things that won't work on real hardware. The ROM hacks mentioned are older, mostly Super Mario World / Kaizo hacks. With this forked core, the developer says that the most notorious ROM hacks they are aware of now work as the ROM hacker intended on MiSTer. If this fork interests you, You can have it automatically download for you by adding a line to the downloader.ini file. Instructions are on the GitHub. A new Star Force core is available for MiSTer by developer Madu. This core can play Star Force, also known as Megaforce, which is a vertically scrolling space shooter. And it can also play Baluba-louk no Densetsu, which is a side-scrolling platform where you must collect all the treasures before advancing to the next level. During the making of these videos, these cores were not available through Update All and had to be copied manually from the GitHub. That might change once this video is released. Martin Donlin recently released a test build that adds 2 new games to the Taito F2 core. These games are Metal Black, a side-scrolling shooter, and Dead Connection, a single-screen run-and-gun game set in the 1950s. The Coin-Op Collection team released Air Gallet for the MiSTer FPGA. This is a vertically scrolling shooter developed by Gazelle and is based on Cave 68000 hardware. The process to install this core is similar to the Coin-Op Collection's previous releases. The sprite data needs to be decrypted, but the full instructions are available on the free Patreon post. And other miscellaneous MiSTer fixes and updates include Birdie Bro updated the Joust 2 core and added a screen rotate function, added pause, updated the framework, and added high score and CMOS settings saving support. The arcade database was updated by Toya and added updates to Hotego cores, added Sega STV, and changed breakout control to paddle. So that's it for this episode. Please also try to support Sorge, the maintainer of the MiSTer project, and other MiSTer developers and contributors on support platforms such as Patreon and Ko-fi. Their hard work allows us to enjoy this amazing project. I also provided links to all my sources in the description. Make sure to also check out RetroRGB.com to see my MiSTer news videos in blog form and to get more retro-related content. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button and this bell icon so you can get notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.